Hey guys, it's Olivia. Welcome back to my channel, Live Sweet. Today is the first video of our Valentine's Day decorating series, and we're going to be decorating a truck full of hearts. So let's get started. Okay, so we're going to start out with our basic sugar cookie in the shape of a truck with a tree in the back. And we're going to begin outlining just the shape of the truck, just the way I wanted it. I decided for the actual back of it to have kind of a wood style framework on it. So I'm just filling in part of the back. So we've outlined in our stiff blue icing. We're going to go back in and outline a window as well. Just clean up all the edges with our thingamajiggy. And after it crusts, after 15 minutes, we're going to go back in and we're going to fill it in with our blue flood. Once again, we're just going around the edges to start with, just to make sure everything dries nicely. And there we go. Now, I chose to shake it. The icing was a little stiff on the stiffer side, so shaking it helps even it out really well. And around the window was a little thin, so I went back in, put some more in. Gonna pop all the air bubbles and just smooth things out. Clean up the edges. There we go. Now I'm gonna give it another shake just to make sure everything's really smooth. And I decided there was a little corner right there near the wheel, so I'm just gonna clean that up. Since the icing's still, it's in that semi-wet, dry state, you can kind of pick it off and it won't be a problem. Now we're going to fill in the wheels, and I'm completely covering the shot up with my hand, but really it's just a black circle. So you just make a circle and then go ahead and fill it in with your 15-second icing. Now I'm going to get the white, and you have two choices. You can go ahead and do a wet on wet and fill it in like I am, and just put a white circle in the center, or you can wait, let the black crust, and then put the white on top to kind of have the white poke out a bit more if you want to. Now I'm just filling in the front of the truck and the back just to put the white in. So both the bumpers and the white in the wheels, they're going to be a silver later, so we don't have to worry about those. Now I'm going to fill in the back portion with that wooden, I guess lattice work you'd say that the back is made up of. I'm going to start filling that in, and of course my hand covered that too. So we've got two planks. We're just going to outline them with a 15-second and go ahead and automatically fill it in with the rest of the brown. Then we're going to come back in and clean up the edges, pop any air bubbles that we have. And now, while we're letting that dry, we're going to fill in the window just with some white. And go that all the way to the edge. And now we're making those thick lines around the wheels, kind of like an old truck has. That was kind of the look we were going for, so I'm filling those in. Cleaning that up, just smoothing everything out. And now we're going to go back in and we are going to put in the wooden planks that are going the opposite way on the back. This icing has already crusted, so the bottom layer and the top layer should not meld together very much. But we're going to outline each plank and then we're going to go back in and fill it in automatically. So it's kind of a caged in back truck now. So, and now we're going to grab our pink. I'm going to use pink, purple, and red for the heart colors. And I debated back and forth between doing royal icing transfers or directly putting royal icing down on the cookie in the shape of a heart. And I decided just to put the icing down in the shape of a heart instead of doing the transfers. I'll do the transfers for something else and show you how I do those. So we put it on a pink one, and we're putting it in a purple. Okay, so we're going to smooth out the purple heart just a bit. Now we're going to go back and rinse them red and make a red heart. There we go. Everything is being covered up by my hand. I am so sorry. And now between those planks, I'm just going to add just a bit of color. Like you can almost see a heart just kind of poking through just the side of it or something. So it just needs to be like a little dot. And then I decided I wanted the hearts to have a bit more dimension. So I'm going in and I'm adding some white right now just in spots, and then we're going to get some heart sprinkles and we're going to add those in as well. Right now I'm taking the tip of my thingamajiggy, getting a little bit of white royal icing from the bag and just adding it in just different spots right now. I'm going to put those sprinkles in. So this is our first layer of sprinkles. I'm trying to add them where I think the colors will pop. I don't want to really put two of the same color next to each other. And I had I had pink sprinkles and white sprinkles. And then I had some red sprinkles too that I could use. So I was just trying to break them all up as well as give it the 3D effect. So that's our first layer. I'm going to add a few more in. So there was a little too much space that was being seen from, cookie space. So I'm going in and I'm adding just a bit more white and some more heart sprinkles around. I'm going to put some down right there between the planks, make sure it looks nice and full and cohesive. I want everything to go together like we just have a whole truck full of hearts. So now that that first layer has kind of dried, we're going to go back in with a little more white icing, and we are going to add more sprinkles on top of those sprinkles and on top of our royal icing hearts as well. And now it looks like it has a full trunk full of hearts. I'm going to go back in with our bluey green and just going to outline a door on the truck. So just two simple straight lines. And I just got a little white out of the bag again and put it on the tip of the thingamajiggy. And then I'm spreading it across so that it looks like a handle. And then I'm going to put that little dot right there. And I'm going to grab another one of our heart sprinkles and stick it on the door. Almost like it's kind of like a business, like a business truck, like a business label. Here we go. And now we're going to get the silver and paint it on. Now I realize now that you really can't tell what shade of luster dust that I'm using in that picture because it would not focus enough. But I'm using Roxy and Rich's Hybrid Luster Dust and New Silver. So I've got that. I'm going to grab a paintbrush, put some in my little bowl, and leave that there, set it off to the side. Then I'm going to grab my Everclear. Here's my Everclear. And then I always use the top, and what I do is I pour just a little bit in the top, just a few drops worth, and then put it in the bowl. You don't need too terribly much, otherwise it'll get too thin and it'll be watery and run all over. So now I'm going to paint in that front bumper, in the handle, the back bumper. We're going to work on the wheels. And I'm letting it dry just a few seconds. That Everclear evaporates really, really fast. So you can go back and do another coat extremely quickly. So this is our first coat, finishing up that tire. And now we're going to start the process again. Give it another coat. You really can't see too well in this picture, but it does change the color an awful lot. So fill in everything. Make sure it's nice and silver. And I really do. I really like Roxy and Rich, their hybrid luster dust. It is FDA approved, and you will find with some luster dusts, they're not FDA approved, and I always try and get everything that I possibly can. All right. And now we're going to just show you the cookie. And there it is. We have a truck full of hearts. And I'm just going to play with it, zoom through the screen. So I hope you enjoyed that video. You'll see these trucks all over the place right now for Valentine's Day. It originally started off, I think, with just Christmas and putting the tree in the back. But now you find them for Valentine's Day. They're probably going to see some in Easter. I saw them for Halloween last year, Thanksgiving. So we're going to try and keep incorporating them into what we do here. So make sure you check back, especially around Easter, to see if we do something there. If you enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button down below. And if you've already subscribed, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified as soon as I upload another video. Next Wednesday, we will be back to our regular schedule of Wednesday and Saturday videos with our next Valentine's Day decorating video. Until then, bye!